What, the rudiment? Hi, I'm Felipe Drago and welcome to Drago Drums. What, the rudiment? Well, why do we play rudiments? Why? Because we have to know. Why do we play rudiments? Well, being really honest, it all depends on what do we want as musicians, okay? If all we want is just to bash around on drums and cymbals by ourselves to have a good time, not caring if we're playing right or wrong, if we're playing well or not, doesn't matter. Then maybe the truth is you don't need rudiments if that's the way you think. But if you want to take your drumming seriously, you need to practice the rudiments. They're the fundamentals, they're the basics. They're like the words in a language. You can only speak a language if you know the words. And with the words, you create phrases. And that's how you talk. So rudiments are the words, some of the words, not all, but rudiments are the words of drumming. And if we learn the rudiments, we create phrases, drumming phrases, and then we can have musical conversations with other musicians. All the great drummers learned the rudiments, regardless if they went to university or they're self-taught. At one point in their lives, they have practiced. Maybe not all 40, maybe half a dozen only, but they have practiced rudiments. And that's why they're so important. If we want to take drumming to the next level, we need to learn the rudiments. So let's start. The official number of rudiments is 40 rudiments according to the PAS, Percussive Art Society. There's a list of 40 rudiments. Obviously, if we talk about the hybrid rudiments, then the number 40 goes to 400 because you can mix and match them, create different rudiments. But the standard rudiments are 40 according to the PAS list. You can go to pas.org and you can download the list. In this list, they are basically divided in 5 groups, 5 families. First, the single strokes, 1 stroke with each hand, as the name says, single strokes. Then the other family, it's the double strokes, 2 strokes with each hand. The third family is the diddle rudiments, where we mix singles and doubles. Single, single, double, single, single, double. The fourth group is the flams, where you have this effect. So both hands, they play at the same time, but because one hand is higher than the other, it's going to hit the surface later and create this effect. And the drags or roughs. Okay, so these are the 5 different rudiment families or 5 different rudiment groups. So let's start with single strokes. Now, one of the great difficulties we have as beginners, and I remember when I was one, is you see these amazing drummers playing single strokes really fast, and you look at it and then you try and you don't get anywhere close to that, and you think, I'll never be able to do that, right? Well, if you start like that, no, because nobody can start playing at this speed, right? The other thing is very common with beginners is the faster beginners try to play, the more tense they get. It's very common for a beginner to go like, which is completely against the nature of motion. Any drummer, any dancer is going to tell you, tension is the enemy of movement. My teacher, Don Familaro, says that all the time, and it's true. So the first step we need to do, even before practicing any rudiments, it's trying to get used to the natural rebound of the stick. So start with a very good pair of sticks, a very good practice pad, and just start with one hand at a time. Getting used to this. You push the stick down and you let it bounce up. You don't do anything. All you do is this. and the stick comes up by itself with the natural rebound. One hand, the other hand, doesn't matter which one you're going to start, because if you're right-handed, I recommend you to spend more time with your left hand. If you're left-handed, with the right hand. Once you get used to this, then it's time to start. Another question a lot of people might be asking is, who plays like that? I don't know. This is not playing, this is practicing. There's playing and there's practicing. The great drummers that I mentioned before that have learned the rudiments, when they're playing, they're not thinking rudiments, they're just playing. It's just like when you speak your own language, your native language. You know the language, you just speak, you don't need to think about it, you know? You just speak the language. Same thing with the rudiments. So when you're playing with a band, your body will know which rudiment is going to be necessary to play the phrase that you're thinking. So make this difference, playing and practicing. What we're doing now is practicing. So we're going to start very slow and allowing the full rebound of the stick, okay? If you want to get into names, this is called the free stroke full or the rebound stroke full. Very important, besides a good pair of sticks, a good practice pad, we also need a click to help us to keep in time and not to speed up or slow down. So start slow. I have here 60 beats per minute, one note per each click. And very slowly, allowing the stick to bounce up. Have fun, move just the wrist, let the stick bounce up, enjoy the moment, enjoy the motion. Okay? Any journey starts with the first steps. After you're comfortable with playing this one note per click at that speed, let's put 2 notes per click. After a couple of days, how about 3 notes per click? And maybe after that, a couple more days playing 3 strokes per beat, let's go to 4 notes per beat. So if you're relaxed and you're playing 4 notes per beat comfortably, then you can start increase the speed. The thing is, don't skip steps. Do one thing at a time. Practice with the pad, practice 1 note per beat, 2 notes per beat, 3 notes per beat, 4 notes per beat. Okay? Don't try to and start 60 or even slower if you have to. And then after you're playing 4 notes per beat comfortably at whatever speed you decided to start, then you start increasing the speed. Remember, learning a musical instrument, anyone, is a journey. It's not a destination, because it never ends. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Film yourself, just like I'm doing here with my cell phone. Film yourself, and then you can also see your improvement. Then by watching the way you're playing, you're gonna see, oh, I need to relax more, I need to let the stick bounce more. Okay, so start slow, 1 note per beat, really getting the rebound. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, but I'd much rather be playing drums on the weekend, either with a band or by myself, than practicing rudiments. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think it's valid, but don't wait for the weekend to practice. With a pad, with a click that you can get an app on your phone and a pair of sticks, you can practice basically at any time, anywhere. So if you practice 10, 15 minutes every day on the pad, when you get to the drum kit on the weekend, either to play by yourself or with your friends, you're going to be playing much better than you ever thought, with more fluidity, more relaxation, and even the drums are going to sound better. Your bandmates are going to look at you and say, whoa, what's happening? Now, another thing, I know we live in the era of, being self-taught and YouTube videos and stuff, but find a teacher, even if it's not every week, even if it's like fortnight or once a month. Have a teacher, somebody who's experienced, who knows the rudiments, who knows how they should be played, to guide you. Your journey is going to be much more pleasant if you have a teacher to guide you along the way. Okay? So let's stay this time only with the single strokes. This is all single strokes. There are many different techniques to play single strokes. The free stroke, the molar, fingers, for example, free stroke, molar, fingers. I only played single strokes. The applications on the drum kit are almost endless. The next video is going to be about applying single strokes on the drum kit. Okay? I hope you liked. Subscribe to the channel, press the bell to get notifications, and see you on the next video. Bye!